Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Odon here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. We welcome you to the big broadcast and bring down the music just a little bit, trying a little bit something different here. So I don't have it on my panel, actually, but it's just in the operating system of the program. Not that you need to know any of that. Let's get the microphone out of the way here so you can actually see me. So thank you so much for watching us. We're already here on July the 20th, a Wednesday, the 53rd anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. Can you believe it was 53 years ago today that we actually saw pictures and people on the moon? It's just amazing. You know, 53 years ago, there was no cell phones, there's no internet, there were computers. There's certainly nothing like what we have now, but we managed to do it, put a man on the moon. Just absolutely incredible. We were actually get pictures from the moon. I can't even get pictures from Kearney or Bayonne, right, at times, but we were able to get pictures from the moon. So 53rd anniversary, you know, a lot of that, the moon landing equipment or lander, lots of the gear that went into it, the engineering, you know, a lot of it, came from Grumman out on Long Island. Big hangars, they're using those now as TV and film production studios because of the very high ceilings. So a nice repurpose there in Bethpage at the Grumman factory plant. It's enormous. I mean, the buildings are huge. When I used to work out on Long Island, the home office used to be in Bethpage. But nonetheless, you know, just amazing stuff. And Buzz Aldrin here from New Jersey resident, native New Jerseyan. So again, lots of ties in this whole tri-state area to what was going on 53 years ago today. I think the moon landing actually took place about 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening. And dare I say they wanted to try to do that to kind of get prime time, but I'm not 100% sure on that. If anybody knows, certainly post it up in the comments here this morning. All right, we are sponsored by, back here on planet Earth, we are sponsored this half hour by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the best place in the land here on planet Earth for the best ice cream anywhere to be found. So check out Ralph at CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com, located in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000. It's his phone number. All right, friends, let's get to the morning ride now. We're going to start it off here along Route 80. And let me bring down the music again. I feel like I'm hearing it. Not unfortunately, but it just, the way the program is set up, everything is in one column. So I have to keep going back to coming back to the same list, and everything seems to be at the bottom of the list. So just makes for a little logistical difficulties. Alexandra, good morning to you from East Rutherford. Hope you're enjoying your PTO and enjoying this hot weather. And I forgot to mention the other star of the show is Mr. Jon Roccos. He has provided the forecast. Johnny is getting ready to go on vacation, so we will not have a forecast for the rest of the week. But Johnny is going to see if he can try to put together a 7-day forecast for us that I can put up for tomorrow and Friday, as well as for Monday. So Johnny getting some well-deserved time off in the Weather Center. All right, and looking at a preview of that, and again, at 7:16, I know we came on just a little bit late, but just technical things, trying to get things set up and so forth. So we'll do our weather at 7:45. We may even go to 9:15 today. Just to get Johnny the fourth hit. So speaking of hits, we've got a crash here this morning, and that's Interstate 80. That is going to be east out by exit 35. It's going to close up the right lane. It's right in here. You know, this stretch here has been a bit tough for drivers the last couple of days. That's east of Route 15 this morning. Let's go to. There is a camera there that again. Now let's see if the camera is working. You know, we were able to get pictures 53 years ago from 235,000 miles away. Oh, we dialed in Wharton. So again, really crowded, especially coming off that Route 15 ramp is really busy because obviously you got to merge to the left to get out of the way for the crash here just east of Route 15. So just be mindful of that. And the other issue here in Jersey is unanticipated construction delay on Route 30 both ways between Moss Mill Road in Hamilton and east of Elmwood Road in Mullica Township. Left lane is shut until 9. Okay. Go with that. So we'll widen up the larger scope. You know, if you can get over to 46, let's just do this. Let's not take a guess on the travel time. We know we have travel time information. And this is going to run you, well, this is from 15 to probably about a 20-minute backup through that stretch through here. So, you know, if you can leave a little bit of extra travel time, I think, you know, you could stay with Route 80. But, you know, if you want to jump over to 46 through Mine Hill, out through the Wharton area, again, you're dealing with traffic lights in certain areas and stuff like that. So, you know, just, I guess it just depends on how much time is worth really to you to whatever you're going to do. But 46 could be a fairly nice option for you this morning. While we're here in the northwest section of the state, you know, this could be a nice place to go up and beat the heat. 206 Sandyston, Montague, out to the what was it called? Haynesville General Store. Awesome pies they make. Fantastic. Actually just got sold recently, and they kept the pies and so forth. So, which is awesome. 23 Wanted, Sussex, Franklin, looking good, all the way up to High Point State Park. Again, could be nice, nice time to get out and enjoy. Maybe slightly cooler temperatures. You know, I'd certainly be careful. You know, obviously starting campfires and things like that. We're awfully dry, and I'm probably assuming correctly that there is some sort of campfire alert awareness or level 2 where you're probably not allowed to do that because, again, we haven't had any kind of rain at all. It doesn't look like we're in store for much in the next couple of days as well. North Jersey is good 17, 208 to 202. Same thing with 287. Route 4 is clear. Route 80 through Patterson, out through Elmwood Park into Wayne. Turnpike is also moving well. So is the Parkway. Slight crowding here in Bloomfield at 148. You know, even on a midweeker for a in the summer, you can't even kind of get away from some of that. And then the inbound side here, it looks like we have a crash getting on the truck routes 1 and 9. Okay, a couple things going on. So we have that one. We're going to dial that in first. And then east here on 78, I think we have another crash. So let's go to the cameras. See if we can dial up Springfield and Union. Let's start there first on 78. This is at Route 24. My hopes are fairly slim that this camera will work, or it's shooting a tree. And it's going the wrong way. Okay, so let's go to Vauxhall Road. And I don't see anything there, but there's definitely something just in the eastbound side, just east of Route 24. I'm not quite sure whether it's local or express at that point, but just, you know, if you're headed that way, just keep that in mind. Let's go to 1 and 9 now. I want to go truck routes 1 and 9. We tried this before, tried this yesterday, and it worked right off the bat, but then, oh, wow. So it's right in here. It's on the exit off of 1-9, the continuation on the truck routes 1 and 9, getting up to the Passaic River drawbridge. If they turn the camera around, you would be able probably more than likely to see it because it's just there. here at Raymond Boulevard. Let's see if the other camera there works. Now that looks more like what we saw from the moon 53 years ago than what we're seeing now. Jacobus, that's just, can't even get pictures there from Kearney. This is that Hackensack, can't even do that one either. Okay. So there's that crash east on 78. You gotta be mindful of. And again, this is 19. It's really the local lanes. So my guess is it's right here. It's literally right before the Passaic River drawbridge. That camera is located, the one I showed you, right here. And this was the traffic that you were seeing heading out to truck routes 1 and 9. That exit on the right was actually coming into the toll plaza for the turnpike. So now what it's also doing is affecting traffic on the turnpike here at 15E, getting off here at truck routes 19 heading south. So it's literally right before it's right at the front of the bridge here, because you can see this traffic here is heavy coming off and Doremus Avenue. We seem to pronounce that one wrong. Coming up here, coming off the turnpike, the exit ramp at 15E for southbound 19. It's literally right here before the Passaic River drawbridge. So that's why traffic is just at a standstill through that location. But nonetheless, really, the Bay Extensional heavy turnpike at 14 is fairly crowded. Parkway through Union County, Essex County. Again, we're in a midweeker here for the middle of summer, and almost the middle of summer, probably another week or so. We'll get into that. Maybe 2 weeks, because again, summer goes all the way until September 22nd. 22 in Branchburg, 78 in Clinton, Lebanon is good. 287 Central Jersey. We're fine here. Parkway across the Driscoll, the turnpike is good. Not liking what I'm seeing here on Route 1. I think something may have happened as well. Yeah. This is going to be, where are we? Beekman Road over by Dean's Lane. Take a look at the cameras there. Seems like New Jersey over the last 3 days here has been just really just mass chaos for some reason, and I can't figure out why. I don't think the Henderson camera works. No. South of 130. Fine. Riders Lane, I think. Can't even get a picture from New Brunswick. Ouch. Ouch. Where is it? It's down this way. Adams Lane, Aaron Road, Finnegan Lane, Henderson Road. It would be the Henderson camera is the one I'd want, and no avail. No deal. I don't think this one's going to show us any. No, can't even get that one. All right, so let's just back off this. There's definitely something going on. They're reporting it heading both ways here, out by Beekman Road, just south of Dean's Lane. So just watch that in South Brunswick. Just be careful there. 295, 195, Turnpike 33, Route 9 is good. Parkway through Monmouth, all the way down through Ocean County. Even the 35 through Lavalette, Seaside Heights, Point Pleasant is moving along fairly nicely. 1871 Asbury Park, Spring Lake, Belmar. 36, we're also going to be in good shape. Let's continue on now. Further south, 70, 72, fine, to the heart of the state. And we will go to, let's see, the Parkway here through Long Beach Island, out to Atlantic City is clear. Somers Point, Route 9, Parkway, down to Sea Isle City, Wildwood, Cape May, all going to be in the clear. The southwestern section of the Jersey, state of New Jersey, 77, 55, 40 is good. Turnpike is clear. 55, 42, your typical bacchanal of traffic. Can't seem to escape that no matter what day of the week it is. 73, 70 is clear. Berlin, Voorhees, Midford, Mount Laurel, Southampton, Tabernacle, Mount Holly, 38, 206, 295. Route 130 here along the Burlington area. Cinnaminson, always like the word Cinnaminson. Hamilton and Bordentown. So for the most part, we're fairly quiet here for an early Wednesday morning. So let's do this. Let's go to the Hudson River crossings. We'll check those out. I'd say on average about 15 for all three of the crossings. That's exactly what it is. Maybe a little slightly bumped up now to closer to 20 for the Holland Lincoln, but again, really nothing to get terribly excited about. Transit is on or close to schedule. Wow, look at that, right across the board. We go to the path alerts now. We jump in here. Newark to World Trade again. It's Newark World Trade. Unattended package at Journal Square. Okay. Everything works there. Hackensack River drawbridge lifts, mandatory lifts today, 10 to 11 and 2:30 to 3:30 may tie your ride up just a bit. And Anna, buenos dias. Stay cool, stay safe today. Yes, absolutely. With these warmer temperatures, certainly something to not fool around with. Get inside and stick with your air conditioning. Or if you're going to get out and do stuff today, physical activity, exercise, and whatnot, obviously probably try to do that here this morning or later on this evening. Complex that I live in, the putting on brand new roofs across all the buildings, and I feel for these guys out here doing this. This is crazy. Being up on top of that roof in a 100-degree heat, and it's probably about 110, 115 up on the roof. So, when you kind of think that, you've got the worst job in the world. I mean, there's a million reasons why your job could be the worst job in the world. But, if you are sitting in a 72-degree air-conditioned office or a 72-degree air-conditioned living room, like I am, you at times you got minimal things to complain about. You could be, one of these individuals putting on a roof in the middle of summer. So it's just all perspective and how you look at it, right? That's the way I look at it. So good morning, Anna. And I forgot to say that we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter here this morning. Unfortunately, I can't read the comments from Twitter. I don't know why, but it'll tell me about, who's watching from Twitter. So I figured just try little something different. I'm trying to get as many people over to the YouTube channel, and the Chevy EV Blazer video is doing real well, so which is good. So we just keep on marching towards, again, we need 15 more subscribers here. Next 50 shows. I think we can do it. I'm going for 100 and 100. Like 50 and 50 stolen bases and whatever. Baseball is all statistics. And if anybody knows the score of the All-Star game, please don't tell me. I'll try to dial that in a little bit later on today. Saw the home run derby, which was really exciting. I love the home run derby, and always love the All-Star game too. Kind of a bucket list thing. I love to go see the All-Star game just once. So I don't know where next year's All-Star game is, but we certainly can probably look that up, I think. But anyway, we're here at 7:30. I've almost 80 degrees already and clear in central New Jersey. We are sponsored this half hour by Travels with Darley. We thank Darley so much for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. And you can find her on Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, Wondrum, and PBS Create. Check her website out, darley-newman.com, for more information. All righty, then. We will go back to our action, and you know what? Let's do this. This 78 thing, I think the DOT probably has to have this by now, because I just feel like this is starting to get a little nuts. There it is. Express lanes. 2 lanes are shut, so they must have moved that camera. There's really no other way unless they're watching us this morning. They would know about that crash. There's no way, because they had the camera looking the other way. We'll see. This will be proof positive. No. Okay, must have gotten radioed in. Vauxhall camera. They got visuals on it, and that's exactly what it is. Okay, so I knew there had to be a camera in order for those for the DOT to take a look at that. But there's the crash again. We knew that going in. You knew that about 6-7 minutes ago. That's the crash here on 78 in the Vauxhall section of Union out by Vauxhall Road. That's going east, the express lane, that left half a left shoulder through that construction, and the part of the left lane is the only thing getting by. So if you're coming out of Springfield this morning, that last camera, if you are Watchung, Berkeley Heights, Summit here, when you get to the split, which starts right about here, you need to go with the local lanes instead of the express lanes, because they may even be subject to closure at that point. And be careful coming off of 24. So budget your time if you are watching us in Summit, Chatham, Short Hills, Madison, that whole section. If you're looking to use 24 to get out to 78 is going to be a little bit tough. So you definitely want the local side, locals, not express, local lanes on Route 78. All right, we'll come back to that briefly, but we'll go to the city now. Staten Island looks fantastic across the board. Bell Parkway through Brooklyn is good. Inbound Gowanus, you still can't catch a break at all. Across the top of the world up to the BQE, the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel is about maybe 5 to 8 minutes. Brooklyn Bridge, that is starting to crowd up a little bit there. Southbound BQE is heavy in that location. And then north on the FDR, I think there's something going on there as well, into the lower 90s or so. Yeah, about East 91st Street, two lanes are shut with a crash there. Let's kind of map that out for us. It's right here before 96th Street, so we're backed up. Wow, we are really just back to the lower, well, I'd say the upper 20s to lower 30s or so, maybe. Yeah, about 23rd Street. So, about 70 blocks worth of heavy traffic there on the east side. That's going to run you probably another half an hour or more. So really a stiff shot southbound side from about, the 130s down in towards the accident location. Let's go to the city DOT cameras. We'll take a look at their camera. At 96th Street. And we want to go here. This is the 90th Street. I got a feeling that the crash may be cleared. When was that actually entered into the system? At 6:35. Was that an hour ago? I think that may be gone, because if it was 2 lanes shut down, this wouldn't even be moving. But here's the 96th. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the fact that crash has been cleared. It's still heavy here, but you can see it's picking up the pace in towards the lower 90s. Again, obviously it's going to take some time for it to clear out here at 73rd. And then obviously all the way down the line towards 53rd. Wow, that is just brutal. Then we come down to 38th Street. Again, you're barely even moving. It is just nuts. I mean, there's just cars everywhere here in Peter Cooper Village at 23rd. That's fine. So it's going to get better. That crash has now been taken care of here into the lower 90s, about 90, just south of 96th Street. So that is good. Might as well stay here in the northern sections of 5 boroughs. We go south along the Henry Hudson. Looks like there may be a crash here as you enter Upper Manhattan this morning. Just before the George Washington Bridge, and that's back to the Henry Hudson Bridge, which is going to be right here. So just be mindful of that. And Spuyten Duyville, always love that name, right? South on the Deegan is heavy out by the Mosholu. West on the Cross Bronx is heavy at the Bronx River Parkway. Same thing on the Bruckner. Deegan pretty tied up both ways at Willis Avenue. Then again through the long-term construction here as you approach into Yankee Stadium. Throgs Neck Bridge is fine. Whitestone Bridge is fairly busy both ways. And then north on the Whitestone Expressway are typical traffic as you get up into the Cross Island. So the westbound LIE is heavy here into the fairgrounds out to Queens Boulevard. The Midtown Tunnel is about 20 minutes, about 10 or so at Koch. South on the BQ is heavy Queens Boulevard all the way into the Williamsburg Bridge. Inbound Jackie Robinson to the Kew Gardens interchange is heavy. East on the LIE is heavy out towards really the Cross Island. Just a lot of sluggishness there. Stay with the Grand Central instead. Cross Island is busy from the southern all the way on up towards the Grand Central, and then both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is busy. West on the Belt Parkway, crowded as well out by Kennedy Airport. All right, so let's go to Long Island now, and let's queue up the Long Island incident page. Let's check that out in real time. So we got a couple things cooking here. Broken down vehicle at the Wantagh east on the southern. Sunrise Highway at North Shore Highway. Left lane is closed there. And then eastbound at North Shore Highway. It's the same accident put in twice. Okay. Here's that broken down vehicle here out by the Wantagh. It's tying the ride up all the way back to Peninsula Boulevard or so. West on the LIE is heavy here at exit 39. Then again, out towards 135 and exit 44. West on the Southern State Parkway is heavy from the Santikos in towards 135. West on the LIE is fairly busy out to Vets Highway. Sunrise Highway is good. And then we continue all the way out to the Hamptons. Again, our just normal traffic here. Really heavy into Hampton Bays, Southampton, out to Watermill. I think everyone's heading out to the Hamptons to try to beat the heat. And in Riverhead, east on 24 is also going to be a sluggish ride. You know what? Let's just see if there's any visuals of that broken down vehicle. Just want to see what Southern State, you know, it's a fairly tight ride at times. At times it is. Where you are on the road. Yeah. All right. So they got it up on the flatbed here. Right there. So it's kind of taking out the center right lane because there's an acceleration ramp from the Wantagh Parkway getting onto the eastbound Southern. So I would have to imagine that may be cleared here in the next couple of moments as the vehicle is being put onto the flatbed. The flatbed is going back up. Now it's coming back down. You know, and again, seeing this broken down vehicle may be a good time for you to, you know, check the fluids in the car and whatnot, just because these really hot temperatures, you know, also check the tire pressure in your tires, all important as well. You know, and obviously it doesn't look like there's any kind of rain. We'll check that forecast in 5 minutes from Johnny, but, you know, when you come out of the car, you know, you may want to just crack the windows open a little bit to let some of the heat out, maybe open up the sunroof just a little bit, you know, pop the vent so the heat can escape, you know, just so you don't, because I've seen it happen where the heat builds up into the vehicle and the window, you know, a window or windows will blow out just because the heat and the pressure just kind of builds up inside the vehicle. And again, friends, you know, anytime, no matter, regardless of the weather, check, you know, if you got kids and pets and things like that, you know, check the back seats of the car, put down the cell phone. You don't need to be talking to, you know, cousin Lulu or whoever it is, you know. I mean, just get off the phone. I mean, my God, we spend so much time in these damn phones for no reason. It's just mind blowing. You know, you're in the car to drive. You know, it's just, anyway, I digress. Oh my gosh. Don't get me on a rant about the phones. But, all right. So that car, okay. So they are on the move, and there goes the safety vehicle. And you're seeing that first here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. We've got everything cleared up now east on the Southern, but obviously the traffic biz says the damage done. So we're back to about exit 19. It's going to take about another 15, 20 minutes till all of this traffic does ease out. It will eventually shortly. Let's see here. Just got your new subscriber. Welcome, Tegan. Yes, welcome, Tegan. Thank you. Welcome to the broadcast. They are watching. Have them post up a comment. We'll say a good morning to them. But thank you, Anna. Awesome stuff. All right, we're heading for 100 subscribers. Here we go, and then 100, and then to the moon, right? Infinity and beyond, right? All right, so it's 7:42. Let's do the Hudson Valley, Connecticut. I think that'll take us right up to weather now. We want to go here to Connecticut. Check out the incident list just so I don't miss anything. Just delays, roadwork, delay. Art Vandalay. So we'll go, still some sluggish traffic here in Bridgeport coming south of 27 down through about exit 24. A little busy here about the Fairfield rest area. And then we'll go south of 18 through 11, and then from about 9 through 6. Then the Merritt is heavy here from about 46 or so into 44, all the way through the no exit zone into 41. We'll continue. We'll go 46 down to about 38. Let's just see if that's what they are reporting here, which I believe they are. 47-37. Okay, give or take an exit. But, kind of our normal delay of traffic. So we head to the lower Westchester area. North on the Hutch is busy into North Avenue. New England Thruway is good. East on 287 is fairly crowded here into White Plains at Elmsford. The Thruway, 122, Taconic, Sawmill, Hutch, Bronx River Parkway are all going to be in very good shape. Tappan Zee Bridge, we're moving fine. South along the Thruway is it's busy. It's getting better here by the minute. As you head out to the Palisades. Let's see what else we've got cooking through Rockland County. Again, we're in good shape. 202, the Thruway is clear, so is 17. Route 6, 84 is fine. As you go across the Beacon Bridge, and 84 is moving nicely. Same thing on 84 on Lake Carmel over towards the Brewster area. Westbound 84, that's fairly busy coming in from the Connecticut state line into 684, but that's nothing new there. And then Newtown 84 is pretty busy getting out to exit 7 in the Danbury area. And then Route 7 a little heavy here out through the Ridgefield area. Let's do a check of... Well, let's go to the Hudson Valley incident page in case I missed something. I don't think I did, but broken down vehicle on 84, the shoulder is out, broken down vehicle on the Taconic. That's not going to tie up travel at any capacity. Check out the trains here. Again, as we get these hot temperatures, you definitely want to plan accordingly. Pad that, maybe wait longer for an E-train. That's crew availability. We'll go to the rails. Again, I would definitely pad the trains here as these temperatures really start to cook. Everything is on or close to schedule on Metro North and Long Island Railroad, because of the situation, with those computerized control signals and so forth. So speaking of that, let's take a look at the weather provided by our meteorologist and good friend in training here. Well, really meteorologist in training and good friend, all around good guy, Mr. Jon Roccos. I just got a picture of Johnny when he's not able to join us live. Put him picture kind of thing. Oh. Anyway, I digress. For like the third time already in half an hour. So let's see, what are we doing here? So let's do golden suns across the board. Yeah, like I said, it's clear here in central Jersey. Already almost at 80 degrees. It's just, whew. It's going to be a hot day when you're almost up to 80, getting closer towards 8 o'clock in the morning. So mid to upper 70s across the board from New Jersey. The shore communities, maybe it's a degree or two slightly lower, but not by much. Here in the 5 boroughs, mid to upper 70s to almost 80 degrees now. Same thing out towards Long Island. So we're fairly uniform with our temperature gradient across the tri-state. It's not really seeing any extreme diversions from the playbook here today. Southwestern Connecticut again into the lower to mid 70s, getting in towards 8 o'clock this morning. So let's check out Johnny's forecast. Look at those numbers. Oof, oof. And this is not even the worst of it. So temps here into the mid to upper 90s today. 96 in Freehold, 97 in Trenton, and 98 in Cherry Hill, 97 in Central Park, 90 in Islip. Not even, South Central Long Island is going to be immune to the 90s. 86 in Cape May, maybe into the mid to upper 80s along the shoreline of the Jersey coast. Same thing on the south shore of Connecticut and the south shore of Long Island as well. So anywhere there's a sea breeze, going to drop those temperatures by a good 6, 7, 8 degrees or so. But still, it's going to be awfully hot. Definitely need the sunscreen out there today. I'm sure that UV index is probably a 10 plus. Just a scorcher for today. Cover up, lots of sunscreen, put on that hat and so forth, and get out and enjoy. Let's take a look at the weather threats here. Maybe a scattered storm tomorrow, but we are just in the toaster oven here for the foreseeable future with just no rain in sight. Everything is as dry as a bone. It is just nuts. And here's the 7-day weather forecast provided by Mr. Jon Roccos. So 98 degrees today, 97 tomorrow, 96 on Friday, 97 on Saturday, 98 on Sunday. Oh, look at that. We're actually cooling down to 90 because it looks like a cold front is going to try to push down out of Canada and take out some of this heat on Monday at 90, and then cooling down even to 87 on Tuesday. So, yeah, let's see. Yesterday was in the 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost a full 7 days worth of 90-degree plus temperatures through the tri-state area. So, just remember the 7-day forecast when we're doing our program, our 130th program by, December. And these numbers are, quarter of that, into the 40s or something. And go, oh my God, well, it's too cold. So, just think Christmas in July, right? And you can go over to Ralph's and get some great ice cream. And so again, just try to be cool out there, take it slow, just get out and enjoy maybe the pool or head on over to the go to the movies maybe now. Things have fairly opened up, and just maybe go for a walk in the mall where it's nice and cool. That's always a good idea, and just to try to just beat the heat. Air conditioner doesn't work that great, then just get out of the house and maybe leave the windows open a little bit, so let some of the heat out of your house. But again, try to definitely stay cool. Now we just got new air conditioners at the other job I have for the mid afternoon, and did a nice job. It's crazy as I head over to work with a fleece jacket, but it just makes things a lot more comfortable because I'm dealing with a lot of video equipment and stuff like that. So all of that has to be kept fairly cool. So I don't want to play around with the thermostat too much. So I just bring the fleece jacket. It looks crazy. But anyway, this half hour, as we said, is sponsored by Travels with Darley, my good friend Darley Newman. She is the owner, proprietor, and host and producer, and she has a whole team of people working on this great program called Travels with Darley. You can see that on PBS Great, Amazon Prime, Wonder Woman, Ovation TV's Journey, darley-newman.com. Definitely follow the program on Facebook because from time to time she will do a Facebook Live. She did one about a week or so ago, and that was a lot of fun. Got a lot of good audience participation. Also follow her on Twitter and Instagram, very active there. Highlighting her travels for this 10th anniversary season. She's in France on a river cruise as we speak. So she's been posting a lot of fun stuff onto Instagram as well as Twitter, as I mentioned. Just kind of documenting some of the travels where she's going. Let me see if I can bring up. I can't really click on the page on a different user profile from mine. So we will do this. There's our Instagram page in Bordeaux, France. Having a nice glass of wine there. Some beer drinking at 9 a.m. Wow, that's got to be interesting. The behind the scenes drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning. And she hit a local patisserie, nice bakery there. And but again, she is very active on social media and so forth. So definitely give her a follow, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. And if you are unfamiliar with Darley's program, let's show you a little sample of Travels with Darley. Oh, let's see, where can we show you? I want to show you one from North Dakota, but for some reason there's no audio with that. So we will do, we'll go for a season 6 teaser trailer. So enjoy.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring California's Central Coast at an elephant seal rookery.
Even I was surprised at what you can discover when you ask a local to guide you through a new destination.
Okay, this looks a little dangerous.
Yes.
Wild to be in an ice cave in North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Maybe deep in your soul, there's a spot that remembers how it was back in the villages.
From a classic American road trip to a national park with presidential ties. We're exploring California, North Dakota, France, Virginia, and beyond on a brand new season of Travels with Darley.
Able skier. I guess you gotta be a little hardcore to come out and do this trail.
North Dakotans are hardy people, and the Mattahay Trail represents that well.
It's fun. I'm not sure how I'm getting back. I'll just ride home like this.
This is a little sample of Travels with Darley, again, Ovation TV's Journey, Wonderum, Amazon Prime, as well as PBS Crate, and go to our website, darley-newman.com, for more information. All right, friends, so 7:55 is the time. What we're going to do is want to focus in here this morning, because this is what we do on the Tri-State Traffic Show. We go super local here. Can't use the word hyper local because I think somebody may have a patent on that. I don't want to get sued by a multi-billion-dollar company, right? Ew. So this is eastbound 80, some sort of emergency construction here at 287. We thank our friends over at DOT for the cameras through this morning. So that is closing up 3 right lanes and really just hammering traffic back through Denville. So now this is just an educated guess. I do not know. It certainly could be a guardrail issue of some type. But, you know, when we do have hot temperatures, certainly the possibility of roads beginning to buckle, or, you know, just asphalt starting to come apart. You know, that is certainly a possibility. You know, maybe you see that more in city environments, you know, where the heat builds up in the buildings and stuff like that. Oh, I think there was a sinkhole somewhere. I saw it on social media. I don't remember where, if that was the city or, not 100% sure on that. But yes, so this is 80 at 287. We're looking at that problem there with that emergency construction. So it is going to be, whoa, hey now, right in here. So it looks like it's just exactly what the deal is. Not the deal. The deal. Babyface. The other thing was Babyface and a whole bunch of other 2 occasions. That was a great song. So what happens here is that 80 itself, 80 has an overpass. 80 goes over the northbound side of 287, but comes under the southbound side of 287. It's kind of weird. It's like, this is 80. I mean, this is 287 north. This is 287 south. So it's right in here. Let's go back to that camera. Trying to see if we can tell maybe what that would be. That's 287. That's right in here. Literally right in here. So now it, you know, actually the camera, this is 2022. The camera should be right. I'm looking in the wrong spot, but I don't think I am. That camera should be right in here somewhere. Where is the camera? Little camera, where are you? Ian, where are you? There it is. Right up here. That is looking this way, zoomed in. Back to that. It's possible it's on the bridge. It's possible that part of the bridge here that goes over 287 North has buckled, or maybe is got some sort of potential structural damage of some type. You know, maybe these expansion joints. Well, these here. If I had to take an educated guess here, it's these expansion joints with the heat have separated enough where if you're traveling over that could blow out a tire. That's kind of what I'm going with. I don't think it's a guardrail or any of that stuff. I think it's right in here, because you can see this is where the concrete begins. This would be your first expansion joint there, which would be right here. So there it is. There's the beginning of the concrete as we see it right here. And then we've got this like 10-foot section or so of concrete, and then we come up. That's what I'm going with, is the expansion joints in the bridge are all screwed up in some type with the heat that they've, you know, because they expand and contract with the heat and the temperature. So it's possible they've expanded too much because of this extreme heat, you know. And even on the other side, so this is the bridge that goes over northbound 287. So that's a major issue, because obviously you drive over this, there's a lot more space than what this is. Obviously this is in February, so the temperature is probably in the 40s or so. So these things are rock solid here, because that's what they're that's what they do. But that's what I'm going with here, is the expansion joints are going to be our issue this morning. I am highly doubting it is a sinkhole. I thought it was maybe underneath the bridge, but just looking at that is not, I don't believe that that's the case. It is going to be the expansion joints, I believe, is the problemo. All right, so let's go here east on 78, I should say. Again, New Jersey has just been getting lit up. Absolutely lit the last couple of days. So this is the camera at Vauxhall and Union. So it's the express lanes, or only the left lane barely squeezes by here this morning. Again, that's on the express side of things. So as we come off of our issues here, we know what the drill is there. Let's see. Because if it had anything to do with the bridge, any kind of debris or anything, they would have shut part of the northbound side of 287. But I mean, it is fairly slow through here, so it's certainly possible that, you know, there is some sort of lane shut there on 287 as well. But look what it's doing to 80. It is just absolutely hammered all the way back towards about exit 28 or so. So we're here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Thank you very much. This is our breaking news here into the traffic center. And this is going to be on Route 80 in Parsippany. Is just a disaster because of this emergency construction. It looks like it's the expansion joints on the bridge that 80 goes over. The Route 80 goes over northbound 287. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. What was that song? So this is from exit 34 to 42. It should take you 10 minutes or so. It takes you about an extra 15. But we're tacking on the delays all the way back here, like I said, back through about exit 28 or so for Route 46. Let's just make sure I got my numbers right. Yeah, that's exit 28 for Route 46. So now again, as the VMS signs start to do their job, you're starting to see some more traffic coming through Roxbury, Mine Hill, Dover. Again, we're at 8:01. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Very quickly, let me do this. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. We are in kind of breaking news mode here because 80 is, has at least 2 lanes shut down, 2 to 3 lanes going east here at 287 with emergency construction. And this is from exit 28 out to here is probably going to run you about another 45 plus minutes or so. So now if you can get over to 46, is going to be the better option. And again, as word is getting out now, also eastbound Route 10 is starting to hit the brakes as well as you come into Morris Plains. I think that there may be something also going on to 287 this morning as you come underneath Route 80, which would make sense because if you're looking at the expansion joints, you can't just go by just what you see from the top. You got to see what's underneath the bridge. So let's go to 287 here. 7 at 80. Looking the other way, that's going south. I wish they would have moved the camera over to the far left just to see if we can see what's going on. But what is going on is you can see the ramp here at eastbound 80. So this inner roadway, this is really the exit only lane off of the westbound side, Route 80 to southbound 287. This is really the main line, the main proper line of 287 heading south. So that's the exit for eastbound 80, which is just a mess. But I don't know. I just have a funny feeling that there is something. I mean, it's usually kind of heavy here through Parsippany Road at times, but I think we would have seen something from DOT if that was the case, if there was a lane shut on 287. Careful just coming through this whole Parsippany area if you can do so this morning on 287 and Route 80, especially onto Route 80. So, let's see. Yeah, I mean, look at all this red here. It is just getting lit up. Southbound 206, I think some people are starting to see either the travel times or the VMS signs are lighting up with emergency construction with 3 lanes shut out by 287. So some, I think, are bailing here at 206. This is a little bit extra heavy as you come in towards Flanders. So be careful. It's a single lane there. Again, just be really, really careful there along 206 as you travel south. The other big issue is on Route 78. The express lanes here have that crash. All lanes subject to closure there east of Route 24 in Springfield. So what it's doing to 24 now is backing things up into Summit. You got to go with the local lanes instead, but the local lanes are piling on a ton of extra traffic as well coming out of Springfield right at the split. We have the decision to go for express or local. Now some people are saying that there's a crash on the westbound side too. Well, I don't think we're going to see anything because they've got this camera at Vauxhall onto the crash here. Yeah, there's the subject to closure, just as I said it. Are they pushing the car off the road? What are they doing here? I think that's what they're doing, is actually pushing the vehicle because so they can get a lane open. Wow, I've never seen that before. Watching this in real time, friends. Let me see if I can expand this. Ultimate reality show, right? Looks like they were pushing this vehicle, probably going to push it over to these zebra stripes. They call them white lines. Just enough here to let the traffic come through. I guess because the hit, a car wouldn't start. I'm going to try to push the car over in this area here, maybe. Kind of watch this and see what's going on. Again, 8:06 is your time, 80 degrees here in central New Jersey. Hot start. We'll have another check to the forecast in about 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're actually pushing the vehicle over to the shoulder. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Just so they can get the traffic moving again. That's what this individual is going to do, is pick up the cones here. Pick up some of the pieces, and again, just look at that. There's our friends at DOT zooming in, watching the broadcast. See what we got. This camera is going to time out. I know it, but we'll. I had to take a guess. This vehicle and the cone are going to disappear here in about a minute. That's what they're doing. They want to get this traffic open. They realize how bad the traffic is building up on 24, and they're just trying to get some sort of lane coming through, even though it's slow. You got to open up the flow here. And it's amazing. I mean, some people get caught in the local lanes coming off on the express lanes in 24 just because they think it's faster, and then they're going to come around this to cut back onto the local side, because then the express lanes here are going to be wide open because the traffic's being held back so much. So what happens here with that? Exactly what they're going to do. This individual is going to pick up that cone. Thought they were going to do it. Yep, there it is. There's the cone getting put onto usually these vehicles here from DOT, they usually have the front end is where they have the cones. Now that truck is either going to come here, or it's going to come over to here, or just leave the scene altogether. So that right lane is going to open up, and let's see. Set up. He's got his radio. Although the cone looks like it's still down, actually. I thought they picked it up. Oh, there it is. Then we had to pick it up again. Right, let's see. Oh. Again, this is like the moon lander, right? I'm trying to watch Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong on the moon. We're just trying to get good images out of the Vauxhall section of Union. So the cone looks to me like it's picked up. Continue on with this, as everyone seems to be dialing out on me. But hey, this is what we do. So this is eastbound 78 express lanes in Union. Okay, so there goes the vehicle. Now that is coming over to the shoulder now. So now that right lane is open. So you're seeing and hearing that first in the Tri-State Traffic Show. No one else has got this. No one else has got this. I mean, we're just sitting here watching this live. So it just depends on what this vehicle behind it is going to do, whether they're going to tuck in right behind it or come in here just to continue on to have these lanes open. It's this vehicle here. These two here are the ones I think that need to get out of the way and over to the shoulder, just to really improve the traffic flow per se. Let's see. All right. Off this camera a second, because I want to go to the one at 24. I can't imagine why they wouldn't have moved this camera around. They did, finally. Okay, so maybe somebody's watching. Again, it's an HD camera, so it's a better quality image, but it's a little overexposed, unfortunately. But it's right in here. And I don't think they can really see 24 at all. 24 doesn't have any cameras on it at all. There's two roads that I think really need cameras. One is 24, and the other one is 208. There's nothing. Completely flying blind. And 24, there is so much that goes on 24. You know, you need a camera there at Summit Road, Summit Avenue, out by Kennedy Parkway. You need like 3 or 4 cameras there. Out at the mall at Short Hills, onto what's showing 124 as well, getting up into Chatham. Then you need cameras on those overpasses as you get up through the, the exit zone there out to Columbia Turnpike. You need like 3 or 4 at Columbia Turnpike, and then you need like 2 or 3 at 287, because that is just a mess 24/7 in that location. Especially if you have the cameras on 24 by Columbia Turnpike, and then you can get Columbia Turnpike 2, which is fairly busy in Florham Park as well. But I digress. Same thing along 208, flying blind completely all the way up there from 17 straight up to 287. There's not even a camera on 287 at 208, which is maybe there is, and it's just not on the website. But anyway, all right. So let's get back to the action here at 8:12. We've meandered on here a little bit off the beaten path. So those are the 2 hotspots, 78 here in Springfield Union, and then 80 here going east to 287 in Parsippany. And then this 19 situation still continues to perplex us here, and DOT still does not have anything on 19 as we come to the Passaic River drawbridge. But there's obviously something going on. You can't deny it. Something is going on here this morning, getting out to 1 and 9. So, yeah, kind of mass chaos here this morning. Now, the Parkway both ways in Bloomfield is busy. 17 at Essex Street in Essex Street, Central Avenue, and Lodi is fairly crowded. West on 80 and Patterson is getting busier by the minute. Parkway in Cranford is starting to get a little busy as well. The Turnpike through Carteret is good. Through Linden, starting to hit the brakes up to 14. 287 fairly busy here in the Edison area. Parkway across the Driscoll Bridge is good. Down the shore, Parkway, 3318 Route 9, 195 is fine. So is 295 until you get out towards, the 76 in Belmar. Definitely a busy ride here both ways between Route 30 and 76, 55, 42. That's a fairly sluggish ride here this morning. Over to the shore, AC Expressway, Ocean City, Parkway, Wildwood, Cape May, are all going to be in fantastic order. All right. So with that said, let's take a look at the weather. Let's hold to the schedule here this morning. I know we're a little bit off here today. This is brought to you by our meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Roccos, president of the Weather Watchers Club over at Rutgers University in beautiful Piscataway, New Jersey. He's provided us the forecast pretty much from day one, so we thank him so much for that. Johnny will be going on vacation, and be doing my dutiful duty to try to step in for the esteemed Jon Roccos. He will be hopefully leaving me a 7-day weather forecast, so we can just kind of put that up for you. Just take a quick snapshot of what the next couple of days go. But I think you'll get a pretty decent look at that coming up at 8:45. With basically, we'll just say it's hot, very, very hot for the next 7 days. Next. So lots of golden suns out there this morning to start your morning ride. Take a look at the commuter forecast here. Our temperatures, in towards the upper 70s to lower 80s around the area this morning. So really a warm start. Like I said, 80 and clear in central New Jersey, getting up in towards the 80s now into the 5 boroughs, Hell's Kitchen, Flushing, Flatbush, Great Kills, out to the island, again into the upper 70s to lower 80s. So we're fairly uniform in our temperature gradient. Into the upper 70s for the Hudson Valley, and right around 80 degrees in Yonkers. And we take a look at what's happening in southwestern Connecticut. Again, we're looking at temps into the mid 70s to right around 80. So here's Jon's forecast for today. Mainly sunny and hot. Hot. We need to come up with some songs for the playlist, right? That have either heat or fire or something. Fire from the oh gosh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Who sings that? Gordon Ramsay uses it for Hell's Kitchen. Fire, bump, bump, bump. Oh, why is it escaping me who that is? I should know this. Ohio Players. There we go. Wow. That should have been instant. But yeah, So kind of into Hell's Kitchen literally today. 96 in Freehold, 97 in Trenton, 98 in Cherry Hill. So the further west you go the water, the hotter the temperatures crank up. Maybe up in the Poconos might be a little bit cooler, but head out to the beaches, sunscreen, the whole 9 yards there. Definitely careful as you head to the beaches today. For the water, I don't know what the water temperature is. I don't know if there's a way I could find that out. I'm sure there is. But heading out to the beaches, you may get a little relief by about 7-8 degrees, but that's going to be about it. We'll take a look at our storm chances. Really not a whole lot. Some scattered PM storms tomorrow, maybe, just maybe, if that will potentially break some of the heat. But yeah, not much else across the board. So fairly bone dry across the tri-state, I should say. I was thinking the 5 boroughs, but 5 boroughs will cover more than that. But anyway, the 7-day weather forecast will be coming up shortly. Let's take a quick snapshot of some of the temperatures. Again, these are about a half an hour old, but already at EWR, 82 degrees. But you see the humidity is about 58, so it's mildly sticky humid out there. Out to the island, already into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Kennedy at 83, MacArthur at 82, 84 at LaGuardia, already starting to cook there. 80 in Teterboro, 80 in Central Park, 78 in Trenton, Mercer County. Let's take a look at my Hudson Valley. Too, at Monticello comes in at 77 here this morning, 77 in Stewart, 80 obviously in Central Park, 79 in Poughkeepsie. Go to the Connecticut Hudson Valley list. Fair skies across the board. Temperatures, again, all pretty much right on where Johnny's saying, into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Let's head out towards Montauk. And Montauk coming in at 78 degrees. Block Island at 78. So, about 2 or 3 degrees cooler there. We'll go to the South Jersey list. Check in here. Doylestown, Allentown, Lehigh Valley, 77, 78. I was trying to see if I can find a cool spot here, but to do it. Reading Regional Airport, 78, 82 in Mount Holly. And then we will go to the Cape May list. Let's take a look at that. Wildwood, Cape May, 80 degrees there, 80 in Atlantic City. City at 80, 82. So it really is a beautiful beach day. Wow, it is just, if you got this week for your shore house, you're doing well. You're doing well. Just want to see what the okay. Alrighty. Not good. But what we can do is talk to you about our sponsor for this half hour. It's the Vanilla Bean Creamery. Yes, indeed. And especially with these hot temperatures, this is what you want to do is head over to 22 North Avenue West here in beautiful and historic Cranford, New Jersey. That comes up as Route 28 in your GPS. Ralph is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 9:30, and then Friday, Saturday, 12 to 10. And then on Sunday, 12 to 9. He has these amazing flavors. Vanilla bean, his vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Those are his core 3 starters. He also has, his 4th and 5th starters out of the bullpen. I think Ralph goes with a three-man starting rotation there. But 4th and 5th starters have to be cotton candy, I would say, just on my own visuals when I was there. Maybe just been the day, but I will have to confirm with Ralph. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get over to the Vanilla Bean Creamery and talk to Ralph for a few minutes because he's going to be super busy. And I'd say maybe the 5th starter here could be either... it's a tough call. Thinking either the classic mint chocolate chip or maybe cannoli, cherry vanilla. I gotta ask him. What I want to do is I want to have him put together his starting lineup, and let's just see where he places, who's batting first, second, cleanup, who's pitching, and just to see what he. I think that's gonna be that. I think that's a lot of fun. I want to get Ralph on the show, but the problem is that doing it live. I mean, Ralph doesn't get home fairly substantial commute from the shop, so he doesn't really get home till like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And asking Ralph to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning is certainly something I do not want to do. So we may maybe we'll try to do some kind of an interview with Ralph, like in the afternoon, maybe next week or something like that, like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, just like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it's maybe a little bit quieter for him, instead of trying to dial him in live, and then we'll just play the interview. We'll see what we can do. We'll work it out. He also has these cakes, not me, because I'm not in there making the ice cream, but Ralph has these great ice cream cakes, serves 7 to 8 people, on the small side, all the way up to a large seed cake, friends, 30 to 40 people. That's an enormous slab of ice cream in a cake, and just absolutely delicious with that classic ice cream cookie crunchies, chocolate crunchies, topped in either pink or blue frosting and sprinkles, and a vanilla ice cream only version with yellow frosting. That's upon request. And I still think he makes the calls the dipping case. That's the case of the frozen cases when you walk in. The hard ice cream, I believe he can make a cake with that as well. It takes, I think, a little bit longer to set up. I think it's just the properties of the actual ice cream. It's more, ice cream science at that point. But I believe he can still do that. Find that out when I speak to him hopefully tomorrow. Cupcakes, vanilla cake, as well as the vanilla bean ice cream on topped. Oh my gosh. Topped with vanilla icing and confetti sprinkles. So he makes amazing cupcakes. He also has the flying saucers, as you see them here. That's there. There is the chip witches. So again, he has a lot to offer. He has the Dole Whip, raspberry whip, as well as the blood orange sorbet, lemon sorbet, and also my favorite, the peach mango sorbet. He has some sugar-free options, some frozen yogurt. So again, he's got flavors to go around for everybody's individual tastes. So a lot to offer here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Again, 22 North Avenue West in Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000. Again, open from 12 to 9:30, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 10, Friday, Saturday, 12 to 9 on Sunday. And you head over to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery and tell them that you saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Tell them I sent you. You go see my pal Ralph. All right, so let's go back to the action here this morning. Just take a quick water break. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go to the city now. You know what? I have to check up on this issue in New Jersey, because that is just. All right, so 78 has cleared that. We saw that working. It's this emergency road work on 80 is still screwing things up here. It's now back to just Route 15 or so. But the heaviest really is here from Denville into the construction zone. So that is the top story here in New Jersey at this hour. Let's quickly go to the Hudson River crossings now before we get into the city. And then we'll check the incident page for the city, and then we'll do our camera tour. About 15 minutes on average at all the Hudson River crossings, so that is fine. Let's check in with the New York City incident page. See what we've got cooking here this morning. So they're still saying there's a crash at 91st Street on the FDR. Okay, so it's right in here. right in here. They're still saying there's that crash there. Wow. I was really thinking that may have been cleared, but okay. That's a no-go. Other than that, it's just your regular delays all through Queens, although something's going on here onto the Jackie. I think so. Out through Cypress Hills Street. There's got to be something going on because it goes from red right to green, and look how far back that traffic gets all back to Q. Both ways, the Van Wyck at Hillside is heavy. Both ways, the belt here at Sunrise Highway is fairly crowded. Then the westbound belt starting to crop up some traffic at Cropsey Avenue into Bay Parkway, and then both ways of the Staten Island Expressway heavy here at 440. Gowanus BQE disaster heading south here at Queens Boulevard all the way into the Brooklyn Bridge. I wonder if no. Well, you know what we do? Lower Manhattan is fine. Williamsburg Bridge about 10 plus minutes. Same thing at the Brooklyn Bridge, about 15 at the Battery Tunnel. West side, kind of normal delays there. Let's do this. Pardon me, I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Ooh. Something in the air or what? Here this morning. Ooh. Those sneezes takes the fillings like right out of your teeth. Ooh, wow. Pardon me. Where are we going? We're going to go to the Jackie Robinson because I just wanted to see if there was anything there. That's west here, friends. Outbound from Q, just hammered. And, you know, out of respect for the cemetery, I believe that's why there's no cameras here on the Jackie Robinson through this stretch. At Jamaica Avenue. Jackie Robinson Parkway is a tough drive at times. Woodhaven at Myrtle. Metropolitan. I don't know which way. This I would have to assume is going west. So there's something definitely happening. Definitely something happening here at Cypress Hill Street, or just before it, because it's really busy. Let's go back here so you show you what we're talking about. Now somebody just put up there's a crash. That's definitely what that's definitely what's going on here. I don't think I've ever seen this section of the Jackie Robinson. Wow, it's amazing. They just carved out a highway right through the cemetery. Wow, that's crazy. Look at that. Let's see what street we're coming up here to. Drive. Continue on. Huh. Obviously taking in the winter time. No leaves on the trees. Two roads in the city I've never been on. One is the Jackie Robinson, and the second is the Mosholu. Road trip. All right. So anyway, so let's do this. Let's reset our sponsorship. That is going to be Travels with Darley. Let me bring myself back on camera. Hi, everybody. Haven't seen me in like the last hour. Yes, I'm still here. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Dell, your traffic jockey here in the driver's seat for a Wednesday morning, this July 20th, 53rd anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. Just amazing stuff 53 years ago this evening. But we're still here on planet Earth, terra firma, trying to get you through the morning commute, right? So we still have issues in New Jersey on 80 going east at 287. Emergency construction there. 78 still tied up in Springfield and Union on the express side, although the lanes have been open. Crash still being cleared, and Route 24 is picking up, a lot of that collateral damage traffic behind it. Also, the city north on the FDR Drive into the lower 90s has an issue now. This Jackie Robinson situation out by Cypress Hill Street to the cemetery there has a crash being cleared. So, it's fairly busy here for a midweeker in almost to the middle of summer now. Close to it. Well, not really in the middle of summer. We haven't even, summer only came in on June 21st. So today's only the 20th, we're only a month in. So I don't know why I keep saying the middle of summer. It just feels like it with these hot temperatures. And speaking of that, Jon has that forecast for me to deliver to all of you coming up at 8:45. So again, we're sponsored this half hour by Travels with Darley. Darley-Newman.com is the place for more information. Let me bring in, I keep losing this banner when I pull up the other slide. So let's go back to the action here this morning. We will go on over to, let's do this here, friends. Let's go to our camera tour as this computer is really starting to hit the brakes here, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be able to take care of that situation towards the end of the year, I think is when I'm looking to upgrade. So Staten Island, the expressway here over by the Verrazano is looking good. A West Shore Expressway over by Bloomfield Avenue is fine. So is Highland Boulevard at Arden, Highland and Midland. A little road work there going on. Watch that. Outer Bridge back to New Jersey. A little sluggish there on the Outer Bridge crossing back into Perth Amboy. The Expressway Clove is fine. Here at Richmond Avenue on the left, a little busy into Victory Boulevard. West Shore at Fresh Kills Creek is fine. Victory at Jersey Street looking good. Let's go to the Brooklyn lineup. We'll take a check of this morning. And here's the Belt at Bay 8th. Belt at Flatbush is fairly quiet. The BQ at Hamilton Avenue coming off the Gowanus is really jammed up in towards Sackett Street. The BQE here at Sackett is just a parking lot in the trench. Southbound BQE here at Adams, that's the Brooklyn Bridge, is really slow. Inbound BQE at Atlantic Avenue is moving fairly busy. These two cameras are out of service. There's the Gowanus through the Prospect and Industry City. Is going to be a heavy ride. It'd be amazing to see what this looks like in 100 years, right? You see all these Star Trek or whatever in 2246 and 2398 or whatever. Will there be a Gowanus or, I just don't know. I just don't know what you could do with that. Be all in flying cars, and I'm not even sure. It's just fascinates me. But let's go to Manhattan now. Come on, stop it. There we go. So let's go to the Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge. The lower roadway there is about 10-15 minutes. Same thing with the upper. 5th at 49th is fine. 7th at 34th, kind of normal midtown traffic. South on the FDR Drive here at 127th is fairly busy all the way down into 96th Street. Again, because of some rubbernecking, because of that crash still being cleared at 91st. FDR at the Brooklyn Bridge is fine. You can almost just feel how hot it is with just these cameras out there. Henry Hudson at 86th Street, West Street at the Intrepid is going to be fine. Let's go to the Bronx here this morning. We will head over here. Looks like they got the Bruckner and the Bronx River Parkway camera work. Well, no, they changed the order here. Something's missing. Had the one at Castle Hill, but looks like they took the camera looks like they took the camera out of the list because it wasn't working. So nice job, DOT. Bruckner here at the Bronx River going south is just a mess into that long-term construction. BRP at 174 is good. Cross Bronx both ways, the Bronx River Parkway. That's super heavy there, especially going east on the left. Or something happened there. We'll check in with that in a minute. Cross Bronx both ways here at Webster Avenue is going to be moving fine. The Deegan over by Willis Avenue heading north is fairly busy, and the Henry Hudson at 232 is a busy ride. West on the Cross Bronx here at the George Washington Bridge and the Alexander Hamilton Bridge is going to be a sluggish ride. And then the Deegan at 230th Street, that is going to be looking good. Let's continue on now out to Queens, shall we? Take a look at what we've got going on here this morning. We want to go to the Belt in Jamaica at 158. Maybe sort of see some westbound traffic building heading away. BQE here at Broadway is the camera's not working. So the Grand Central here at 188th Street. That's fairly busy going west this morning. The Jackie Robinson again west. We know what that issue is out by Cypress Hill Street. LIE at the QMT, about 25 minutes there. And the LIE at Queens Boulevard is that camera is going to be out of service. I'm going to take a quick break because my phone is ringing and I don't know why it should be ringing at this point. So I'll be right back. Hang on. All right, sorry about that. Nothing serious. It was my car is in the shop, so I dropped the car off yesterday, and I guess where they put the car on in the parking lot or whatever, they didn't realize. I guess they just didn't see the car, so they were calling to remind me I had the appointment this morning. But all is good, And get the phone calls that come out of odd times. You start to wonder what's going on. So anyway, there's the Van Wyck, the Grand Central. Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is fairly busy. Whitestone Expressway this morning over by 14th Avenue. That is just a mess getting up to the Whitestone Bridge. So there is our look of the cameras this morning out to the 5 boroughs. I'm going to bring up the Long Island incident page. Dial that in here. We'll be on the air for about another 15-20 minutes or so to the top of the 9 o'clock hour. So let's see, westbound LIE, we've got the shoulder out of service at the side coast, 5351, and they're still talking about this crash here that was like 2.5 hours ago on Sunrise Highway. This is out at Shore Road, North Shore Road. Okay. Let's run down the Hudson Valley list now while we bring up the incident pages. 287 East here before exit 10. We have a crash. Yeah. Broken down vehicle 84. Crash with overturned injuries and overturned tractor trailer. Northbound 684 ramp to exit 6, Route 35 in Katona. Good. Let's dial in those cameras if we can. See what the situation is there. In Katona, up in here along 684. Up the line here. Oh, it's right here. Here we go. Here we go. No video. Oh, got it from the moon 53 years ago. We can't get it from here. All right. So it's 684. Route 35. As you can see, is just 684 is just a mess out of Purdy's all the way down the line into Katona because of this crash this morning. Oh gosh, I'm falling apart here in the traffic center. It's on the ramp, on the 64 northbound ramp to Route 35 in Katona. So watch for one lane shut on the exit ramp there. It's going to be the issue. All right, so major problem there. Out to Upper Westchester. So let's go to now Connecticut. We want to take it over to the LIE here. That's where we want to go. Sad Coast Parkway. Here, see if they see anything. No, it's just fairly heavy. Is continue over here at Comac Road. So I got a feeling that may be gone here this morning at this point. So we'll just kind of go with that. Right. So where are we going here now, Smitty? 8:43 is our time. But I'm just all thrown off with the phone call and whatever. And you know what happens is that the phone call gets connected to the mixer, and I was trying to talk to them, and I don't realize that the Bluetooth is connected. I'm going hello, and nobody's picking up because it's going through the audio board. I should really probably turn that off. There we go. Just as I was thinking about that, let's turn the Bluetooth off there so the phone doesn't automatically connect to the Rodecaster Pro. Amazing piece of hardware. I digress. 8:43 is the time. 81 degrees here in clear skies in central New Jersey. Let's go to, again, the Merit 4737, delays 27 through 21, then 19 through 21 there, and 10 through 4, just our typical delays. Also 84 west from exit 7 out through 4. All right, so what do we want to do now? Checking with transit because the last 15 minutes we're going to get to a quick break, sponsorship break, and some weather. 828 Philadelphia 30th Street arrivals. It was 20 minutes late because of a signal issue. The rest of transit is on or close. That's good news. We go back to path. Let's check in there. This morning, Newark World Trade, again, Newark World Trade resuming normal service. So that is good news. Go to the MTA. Check out what the deal is here this morning. Oh boy, here we go. One train running with delays, both directions, troubleshoot signal malfunction. Again, this could be, as I've been mentioning, AC trains running delays after our crews addressed a door problem on train at Canal Street. Again, with these warmer temperatures, signals don't like it. Crew availability here on the D train Williams, and same thing on the J train. So again, look for that. This stupid computer is driving me up the wall here this morning, and maybe the squirrels have come back. I don't know. Long Island Railroad Metro North is on or close to schedule. All right, so let's get back to Johnny's forecast, shall we? And I think we know what that's going to be. It's going to be a scorcher out here today. We're talking about really hot temperatures, when it's 80, 81 degrees, into the lower to mid 80s already at 8:45, it's a hot start. So bright golden sunshine across the board here this morning. Our temperatures are well into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees here. So again, just a pretty much uniform temperatures across the board here from New Jersey in towards the 5 boroughs. The same thing over towards Long Island. Again, mid to upper 70s to lower 80s, depending on where you are. Same thing into the Hudson Valley. Even Monticello can't escape temps into the upper 70s. Or to southwestern Connecticut, we're looking at temperatures here into the mid to upper 70s as well. So here's Jon's forecast for today. Mainly sunny and hot. A few isolated showers are certainly a possibility out here today. But temps are really going to cook well west of the shore, inland New Jersey, up to 97 in Trenton and 96 in Freehold. Even in the Manhattan area, Central Park's going to creep up to about 97 degrees. That temperature real feel is got to be at least close to 100, if not over that. So be careful today. Stay very, very well hydrated, light color, loose fitting clothing. If you can do so, that'll make things just a little more comfortable for you. If you have any breathing issues, head indoors, go to the mall, go to the movies, go to a friend's house if your air conditioner is not really working that well, and just stay out of the heat. If you're going to do any kind of summertime exercises, any athletic events or whatever, probably, you're coming up to another, by 11 or so, probably coming up to that hour where, hey, when I head back inside, a lot of kids are at summer camp and stuff like that, playground activities today. So slather on that sunscreen and keep them well hydrated, the youngsters. And again, the drill. If you've lived here for one summer, the story here in the tri-state for our summertime temperatures. Really the only threat, maybe possibly today, you could maybe see a little something pop up. I don't even think that's going to even be possible. Tomorrow, possibly a scattered afternoon storm. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are going to be looking good. Let's head to that exclusive 7-day weather forecast provided by Mr. Jon Rocco. 98 degrees today, 97 tomorrow, with the potential for a little front to come through. 96 on Friday, 97 on Saturday. We're looking at some dangerous heat, for the next couple of days here, really through the weekend. 98 on Sunday and 90 on Monday. Another mini cold front comes through and starts to drop temps into the upper 80s for Tuesday. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. It's summertime. It's July heat. So get out and enjoy if this is what you certainly, you can't shovel humidity and you can't shovel 97 degrees, right? We'll be looking for this come the winter, but so certainly get out and enjoy. Someone who certainly gets out and enjoys life and enjoys traveling is our good friend Travels with Darley Newman. Go watch your program on Amazon Prime, PBS Great, Wonder Woman, Ovation TV's Journey. Head over to our website, and that would be darley-newman.com for more information about her wonderful program. And what really separates her program from many, many others is the fact of the very local angle that she takes. Kind of picking the brains of a local prominent figure in town or the city, historian, local restaurateur, finds some of the greatest restaurants and bars and places to drink anywhere to be found. So that's really that angle, that local flavor that you can't find from any other travel program, which you find with Travels with Darley, and which makes her programs, I feel, very unique and very exclusive, and really gives you that idea, the flavor of what it is to live in that city or destination 24/7. After her and her crew are gone, you really get the idea what goes on a daily basis, which I think is very, very important. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Darley's program, let's run you a little clip. And since she's in France now, shooting season 10, the anniversary season, let me show you a brief clip from her last visit to the French countryside.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring one of the many storybook villages here in the Alsace region of France.
Famous for its wine, Christmas cookies, and delectable cuisine, I'm exploring Alsace's quaint villages with locals as the guides.
So welcome to Egisheim, which is one of the cutest Alsatian villages and the oldest. Most of the houses date of the 16th century.
Heidi, it's like a little storybook village here.
Yes, it looks like the time stopped. But this is really real stuff, huh? We're not in Disney World.
From historic architecture to celebrated cuisine.
Hot wine and pretzels.
And here we say bretzel, not pretzel. A monks invented it in the 9th century. It's supposed to be one of the stinkiest French cheese. And it's different in this day. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Merci.
Including in Alsace's capital city of Strasbourg, where flavors meld together that may surprise you.
We call our pizza Flammkuchen. And we don't put tomatoes in the pizza. We put cream, we put onions, we put bacon, and sometimes we put our typical cheese, which is the Münster cheese.
That's good.
This is the typical Alsatian cake. The name is Kugelhopf with H.
I like that.
Very good, huh?
As Travels with Darlie takes a river cruise along the Rhine River in France and Germany.
This is the life, I'm telling you. Walking through a medieval village, eating some quiche Lorraine, and just enjoying Alsace. Great, now we just need some wine to go with this.
So that's a brief look at Travels with Darlie and Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, Wondrum, and also on PBS Create is really the place that I pick up the program there is on PBS Create. And we thank Darlie for being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's get back to the action. I'm going to wrap up things here in about 10 minutes time. Let's take off the banner there. We come over to here and bring up the overlay. We're going to focus in on New Jersey because this is really where it's been getting hit hard. They finally have put up this crash on truck routes 1 and 9 approaching the Passaic River Drawbridge. We've known about that for the last hour or so, that there was something there. This is new north on Route 9 over by King George Post Road in Woodbridge. So look for that with a lane out. And then this 80 emergency construction is really the major problem here this morning. Again, I'm going with that. It's the expansion joint that takes Route 80 over northbound 287. We'll show you the camera in a minute, but you can see the residual traffic behind it. Route 10 is picking up a lot of eastbound volume. So is eastbound 46 through Denville. And a delay goes all the way back to Route 15, and then southbound Route 15 is heavy here at 46 because people are bailing there to try to make this end around sweep to the end zone and try to make your way back in towards Parsippany that way along Route 46. So definitely a real tough ride for our friends in this central western section of Morris County this morning. Just Route 80 has just been this way for the last hour and a half or so. I want to go to the camera there. Let's do this. Let's see if they are moving the camera to give us a little more information. So there, let's widen this up. In, I should say, not widen this up. So the two right lanes are going to be shut down. So my theory is that it's this expansion joint here maybe has come up a little bit, or one of these two, if not this one here, because this is the bridge. This concrete slab here is what goes over 287 going north. So yeah, so those two right lanes are going to be shut until further notice. It looks like it's actually on the bridge here, I could be completely wrong too, unless there's something wrong with the concrete slab here in some capacity. But I'm thinking not, just because I don't believe that there's any kind of a lane blockage on 287 going north here, right in this area. Why they're saying, see, crash on eastbound 80. So you know, you take this stuff with a grain of salt. And again, you're saying, well, Smitty, you use this too as far as some of your incidents. I do. It gives me a tip that there's something going on. I don't take this for gospel saying that, because we know this isn't a crash. They're probably somebody who's driving past and didn't want to get a ticket for being on the phone, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, and just put up the first icon and said, it's a crash. It's not construction. It's just a crash. So, you know, then you're going to get some sites that go, oh, there's a crash on 80 and blah, 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 blah. And those are the people who have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to traffic. And there's, you know, really, you know, maybe 2 handfuls of individuals that do this full time on a fairly consistent basis that really know what they're talking about. But, you know, that is not right. We know that's the case. I digress. Don't get me started, because then I'll get myself in in more hot water than I want to be in. So you got to be careful here coming south along 287, exiting for 80 east, because this exit ramp is all jacked up as well. West along 80 is heavy here, just west of 280. So again, everything into and out of really into Parsippany coming in from the west, you got to leave at least a half an hour. I mean, it's just going to take you probably about that in travel time just to get in towards Parsippany, Mars Plains, Hanover, East Hanover. Yeah. So that's really one of the big stories there. Let's go to this truck routes 1 and 9 S. Let's go to the cameras, because I just have a feeling that that's really one of the ways that they were able to pick up on it, because they could see that. Oh, they could see it from these cameras here, because I've seen it before. I've seen that shot of bridge. Eastern spur to 15E. Yeah, that's getting onto coming off the bridge, or getting into it. It's been now the camera doesn't work. Oh, come on, really? Joking. Cameras. Let's see. I mean, it's possible they may have taken the camera out of service because of the nature of the crash, but I just don't think so. I just think it's horrible transmission lines from Kearney. Get it from the moon. Oh, come on. I really? What is the story with these cameras? Like, sometimes they work, some days maybe the heat got to it. I don't know. But anyway, because I've seen this shot before, you can see underneath the turnpike here. That's where the crash is. It's right here, right there, just before the bridge. You know, let's see it at Jacobus. I don't think this one works either. Of course not. Of course not. Okay. Yeah, we're coming up to 9 o'clock here this morning. Let's go back here. So, you know, really back towards 78 is just absolutely hammered, trying to get to the Holland Tunnel. And now there may be something going on here. New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey. 9. This camera I don't think works either. That be the area in question right there? It is. The right lane is shut here just before Jersey Avenue. Either a broken down vehicle or a crash. Okay. Hooray, we found something. Let's go to Tunnely Tour. Under maintenance. Under maintenance. Everything is under maintenance. Everything is under maintenance. Work. All right. All right. So getting to the Holland Tunnel is probably going to run you about 25 off the Skyway. Go with the Bay Extension instead. That's going to be a little bit easier, a little more to give for you. Let's kind of wrap it up here. It looks like they're going to be setting up some road work, I think, on the turnpike both ways here by interchange 10. both the outer roadways there. So look for that. We'll see if we confirm that. Something will work here this morning. I want to go to Middlesex County there. Let's check that out. Turnpike, yep. Inner roadway car lanes from 10 to 11. Left lane is shut. Southbound truck lanes 10 to 9. The left lane is shut. So there you go. So watch for that here in the Edison area. Parkway, though, looks good. 287 pretty busy through Edison both ways and exit 5. Both ways out through 13 is fairly busy as well. Parkway, everything down the shore is looking good, except for this eastbound delay on 138 in Wall. I think some of that is just trying to make your way out towards Belmar, Spring Lake, and Manasquan. Let's go to the cameras here. I know there are cameras on 138. They're all brand new. Find them. Oh, they consider this camera at 18. Oh, that's why. Okay. Thought there was one closer to the Parkway. This is on the Parkway itself. Oh, well, there it is. Eastbound. Yeah, that's there you go. So that one's definitely busy ride. Again, I think this is just all shore traffic. People just trying to get out to the beaches here in Spring Lake, Belmar, Manasquan, Asbury Park, and so forth, coming out of Howell and Jackson and Freehold. I'm sure getting out to Six Flags Great Adventure is got to be just nuts here later today when they open. I don't know whether they open just yet. I think maybe 10 o'clock. East on Expressway here is 473. Looks like we got some slowdowns there. That could be some midday repairs setting up. Ocean City, Wildwood, Cape May, Avalon, all is going to be in good shape. Again, just our delays here on the southern state. Connecticut, typical delays for us as well. And then really the jackpot here in Upper Westchester is the 684 crash in Katona. The exit for Route 35 is subject to closure with an overturned tractor trailer, and the southbound side of 684 is busy into Goldens Bridge and Katona. All right, friends. So again, avoid Route 80 out towards Parsippany or anything west of 287 in heading east into 287. Yes, 287 is going to be, the major issues here this morning. So keep that in mind. Let's do this now. I want to thank our sponsors, Travels with Darley, as well as the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com is the best place for the greatest ice cream in the land. Let's go back to our temperature maps here this morning, because I want to quickly show you this. And look at these temperatures already here at this is what 10 minutes ago. EWR at 6 degrees, 86. Farmingdale already cooking up to 87. Look at that, 87 at Kennedy, 87 in MacArthur, 85 in LaGuardia, 82 in Central Park. Central Jersey, Somerset County at 85, Teterow at 85 as well. So we're really off to the races here this morning. Let's go to that Hudson Valley list. Check that out. Monticello still at 79. 83 in Poughkeepsie. 81 in Montgomery at the Orange County Airport. Let's go to Connecticut now, into the lower 80s here, so maybe slightly cooler across the board. Let's head out to Montauk on the east end, and look at that, 76 in Block Island. That's fairly nice. Almost 80 there in Montauk, 86 at Shirley. You're off to a very hot start. We'll go to Atlantic City now. 85 at Atlantic City and Fair Skies. Belmar Farmingdale at 85. Mount Holly at 85. PIA at 83. Let's check out the Cape May list. We'll dial that in here this morning. Ocean City at 83, 83 in Wildwood. So a beautiful start here along the shoreline. City at 83. So really nice beach day today. Also, what we're going to do is I want to show you how to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're going for 100 and 100. So let's do this. So there's the YouTube channel. We're up to 86 subscribers. Thank you, Anna, very, very much for bringing in Tegan as our latest subscriber. So thank you so much. Definitely like and subscribe if you can here. Again, we're going for 100 for 100. There's the Chevy Blazer doing real well. Almost 1,300 views. That's awesome stuff. So if you're interested in EVs, check out my first impressions and first look at the 2024 Chevy Blazer EV. Is it a game changer? Well, you'll have to go and watch the video. Yeah, so there we go. So like and subscribe to the channel, please, if you can. Also the Facebook page as well. That is going to be Tri-State Traffic Show, or at Tri-State Traffic Show on the Facebooks, as the kids say, right? But anyway, have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. We're going to wrap up things here at 9:07. We're gone for just about 2 hours or so. Stay hydrated, stay cool out there. Check those fluids in the car if you get a chance to. And again, just be really careful as you travel out and about. As you saw, many issues here. Some of them not car related, but more road related. And if you're traveling the rails, definitely just pad your time by about 15 to 20 minutes, just on the chance to run into some signal issues, which I have a feeling we may see start to pop up later on today with these probably close to 100-degree temperatures. They just do not like the very hot weather. And again, if you're traveling the subways or other platforms, try to find some shade, friends. Go inside to some of the train stations where maybe there is some air conditioning. I'm not sure. But I can't imagine what Penn Station in the city is like. I know I've been there before when the air conditioner has been out, and it's just brutal. But anyway, have a wonderful Wednesday. Try to stay cool, and we'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.